Thank you for staying with us. You are still watching TVC Breakfast Saturday. It's time now to look at the papers and come along with us. The Nation is the biggest story, of course, remains the swearing in of the acting Chief Justice of Nigeria, Kudirat Kekereekun. And as the Nation puts it, she is setting an agenda already, pledging to take the third arm of government to new heights, as well as defend the country's judiciary, the independence of the judiciary. That is, this one is coming from the president to the new CJN. Other stories there, Atiku would have failed as president, says Bode George. He adds that PDP Reconciliation Committee cannot go far. Abducted 20 medical students rescued in Benue. That's Cherry News. How bandits terrorists dominate TikTok, flaunt ransom collected from victims. That's a huge revelation, yet another worrying dimension. How bandits terrorists dominate TikTok, flaunt ransom collected from victims. And regarding the economy, reforms transforming Nigeria's economy, says Minister of Finance, Mr. Edun.
And now we move on to First News, and the big story here says, final verdict, Supreme Court upholds governorship wins in Imo, Bayelsa, Kogi. And that's the big story there on the front page of First News this morning. And I will use every power to arm the military. That's coming from President of Nigeria, President Bola Tinubu. DJ Kupi commits live to Christ, get baptized. Well, very interesting there. All right, troops nab alleged terrorist linked to mother of traditional ruler son in Taraba. Let's quickly move on to the masthead. I will elevate judiciary, restore public confidence. The new CJN, Kekereekun pledges. And more stories, bandits release video of abducted Niger women, demand 130 motorcycles. And uphold constitution, judicial integrity. Tinubu charges new CJN, Kekereekun, father of kidnapped medical student, to FG. Don't let them kill our children. All of the stories on the front page of First News this morning.
Saturday Tribune is next. PDP governors to FG, stop blackmailing state governments, back Fubara against Wike. FG tackles hurdles to LG autonomy, considers fate of teachers. LG service commissions. Insolvent LG's LCDA is also in focus. And back at the Supreme Court, the Apex Court upholds Kogi, Bayelsa, Imo governors' elections. Sokoto imposes curfew on community over Emma's death. Ogun flags off reconstruction of Abeokuta-Lagos Expressway. Up above the masthead, court remands housewife for stealing 6.3 million naira from her husband's account. And still on the fuel queues, petrol price skyrockets, queues persist across states.
On Saturday, Vanguard, and the big story here says 2027, why Jonathan can't run. And the rider there says plot to stop Tinubu's re-election takings. North begins search for a one-time Southern president. Political leaders begin alignment moves. Opposition parties eye coalition against APC. Niger Delta ex-agitators seek Southern solidarity, back Tinubu. Again, police failed to arraign protesters. Page 5 there of Saturday Vanguard this morning. We will see FG on Monday at the Judah talking. Eyes on Nigeria as human rights abuses raise concerns. And on the masthead, we have our reforms shaping Nigerian economy. They're talking. And killings Christians only offense, not punished. Bishop Kuka laments. And Supreme Court upholds elections of Governor Uzodinma, Diri, and Ododo. Page 3 of Vanguard newspaper.
Saturday Punch is next. The biggest story there is captioned, chronic fuel scarcity. Benin Republic, Niger enjoys smuggled fuel as Nigerians keep vigil at petrol stations. In fact, a Nigerian petrol dealer is quoted, is giving some insights as to how he gets fuel from Nigerian smugglers. Petrol, in the meantime, hits 850 naira to a litre at depots. Filling stations also raise prices. 20 medical students rescued after 9 days in captivity. There's a picture story there of daughter of former Vice President Atiku getting married in a colorful ceremony. Hooked on pornography, trapped in extramarital affairs. There's an expose on what is called hidden struggles of married men. My son was processing his master's admission in Canada when he was killed, says a distraught father there, a sad one. And 12 governors hire 4,835 aides amid rising deaths. So many stories there on Saturday.
All right, we can trust, and the big story here is who will rescue the North. There's a big question there on We Can Trust. This morning, religion a victim of itself. Solution lies within northerners who can be listened to not showing up. If we don't address challenges, they will consume us, and we must unite to address problems. On the masthead, we have Ajero Damagun Kwankwaso's nephew in the news this week, and inside cemeteries of colonial masters and missionaries. And Justice Kekere Konveli, Nigeria's second female CJN. All of the stories on We Can Trust this morning.
All right, the Saturday Times now. Federal government uncovers 21,600 fake degrees imported from Togo and Benin. U.S. denies plans to build military base in Nigeria. Gospel singer begs for prayers over death threats. Heartland FC of Owerri in serious road accident en route to Abakaliki. PDP governors meet in Taraba, deliberate on Nigeria's economic woes. All this and more on the Saturday Times.
The Guardian weekend, why ASU must not go on strike again. And that's the biggest story there on the front page of the Guardian weekend this morning. Nigerians will continue to experience hardship unless Tinubu shifts away from neoliberal policies. And why can't teachers get 30% pay rise? All of the stories there on the front page of Guardian Weekend this morning.
And, of course, into the sporting arena now. The Nation sporting, paper is filled, as usual, with a lot of stories. One of them reads, Joe Pesero roars, Lukman better than Osimhen. Obaseki hails Edo Queens for winning Wafu Zone B. Heartland FC players, officials involved in accident. A further sad rider says coach Christian Obi dies. Anderson confirms talks with NFF. Aston Villa offered Sterling Omarudion. Anderson joins Fulham. Seagulls, Red Devils target second league win. So many stories there. You can check them all out.
Yeah.
All right, and that's it now. All the papers, that is, flooded as usual with so much information, entertainment. You can check them to stay abreast